Boys, I was just scrolling through shorts, just looking at shit, and I came across this one, and it just reminded me how fucking awesome Eddie Bravo is. Look how drunk he is. Look how and fucking Brian comes in.
Wait a minute. Who was Captain
Look at
Marvel when we
this.
were kids?
A dude.
Wait a minute.
Just out of nowhere,
Look,
just.
I don't know.
I had your back.
It's amazing that it's not a trans woman.
That would be dope.
That's what they're
Like
gonna
a
do.
big half trans.
Yeah, who's a
Like,
world
what the fuck,
champion.
dude? What is he even doing?
Yeah, no cheese, no cheese.
Life in the comics.
I mean, that's the face of a man on the verge of blacking out. I mean, he's almost doing the squint. We've all done this. We've all done the squint. Gotta sit through a whole fucking ad. Fuck YouTube. Susan Wojcicki got fucking destroyed. God was like, yo, you ruined YouTube. We're gonna fucking murk you. And that's what happened.
The Joe Rogan Experience.
Oh yeah.
Got a lot
And
of
of course, Edgy Bra, also known as Eddie Bravo. That's what they thought when we were in Brazil. That's what they call him.
Joe Morera. It was Joe Morera. That was the first giant tournament that there was in LA.
Yeah.
Joe Morera was the main promoter. And in my division, there was 45 guys. We're all blue belts in my division. And you have to sit there and listen to him call out everyone's name. And I'm sitting there, I'm waiting for him to call my name. He looks at the clipboard, then he looks up and goes, "Here's your bra." I'm standing right in front of him. I'm like, man, when are they gonna call my name? Here's your bra. I'm like, fuck. And then someone said, dude, I think he's saying your name. No way. Yeah, where's Rick's story?
Eddie Bravo.
It's a long story.
Out of the park.
It was the weed.
Too easy, brother. Too easy. Timing.
In the parking lot. That ball landed in the bed of a pickup truck in the parking lot.
My word.
Seeing this guy right here reminds me of all the dumbass comedians who decided, hey, we're gonna go to the fucking hottest place in America and the fucking worst fucking town in the hottest place in America. And then we're gonna be surprised when we realize it's hot and it's shitty and the weather sucks and people suck. There's a lot of homeless. Welcome to Austin, motherfuckers. Full of drunk college motherfuckers. Fucking crazy meth heads. Half of the underpasses, if not 90% of the underpasses, are just fucking tent cities. And it's dangerous as fuck. And, yeah.
Eddie Bravo just went to pee.
It's fantastic.
But he gets so worked up over
I was
conspiracy
hoping you'd
theories.
jump over here and choke the shit out of
He,
Brian.
he loves conspiracy theories.
No, 9/11 inside job
Oh,
or not?
Jesus.
Oh,
Don't,
God
no,
damn
don't
it,
do
Daddy.
it. Don't do it.
That's a no.
Don't
Okay.
do it.
I don't know, man.
Okay.
Thank
Don't
you.
answer that.
I just plugged
smart.
my ears.
See, you're already smart.
Get Eddie another beer.
Yeah.
Let's go down the
Hey,
rabbit
I just
hole.
want real quick.
He's
I just
gonna
want
fuck this
real
whole thing up.
quick little.
Real quick. Chemtrails, yes or no? Vaccines, a killer or an aid?
Dude, Eddie Bravo reminds me of my brother. He's like, if you try to provoke him with any dumbass conspiracy theory, he'll always try to be on like the other side of it. I remember one time I was in LA. We were drunk drinking Jack Daniels, and I was just thinking, I was like, is a mobster a terrorist? And I was like, it's like, I don't think a mobster would be considered a terrorist because a mobster would only do crime for political and financial gain, when a terrorist would do it for fame and religious purposes. And then it turned into a huge deal. It's like, oh, this and that. It's like, oh, no, a mobster's a terrorist. Oh, no, a mobster's not a terrorist. And, it's just like fucking going back and forth, two retards drunk. You know, long story short, my brother ends up storming out and went to a bar. And he goes to a bar somewhere in like, I don't know, LA. fucking Calabasas, somewhere. It was somewhere up in the hills or something. Like, I don't fucking know. I don't remember. But he does start trying to fucking, he starts trying to, show off his cred. Because, he works in the film industry. And he's like, this and that, Angel Studios, this and that. And then he tries to say he's Pierce Brosnan. And he's trying to pick up some, like, 40-year-old chick, failed, comes back late as fucking night. And I wake up in the morning, and the funniest part is we call it this for a reason. He was mob parked. Like, he was so drunk when he came home, he mob parked at the home, not home, but at the hotel. He just mob parked that shit, no fucks given. And when we woke up, we had to fix it. I don't know, just Eddie Bravo's antics reminds me of my brother, and it's funny as shit. Let's carry on.
How many towers went down on 9/11?
Oh my God.
2 or 3?
We don't want to go down here, brother.
No,
3,
no,
right?
no,
Why you gotta do
no,
that to
no,
him?
no.
Okay, no, he knows. He knows.
My
9/11 was a controlled demolition. We all know that. We all know they can't melt steel beams. We all know that. Or wait, a plane crash. What? You know what I'm fucking talking about. It don't even start me. I only ever record when I'm drunk and high.
my brother's crazy like you are, so I hear some of this stuff.
Oh shit! Went down means that you
Kind of
know your
everybody
shit.
knows.
No, most people don't know. They'll say 2. Most people don't know. When they had a press conference with NIST,
But on the topic of 9/11, I want to look at this. Was there any 9/11 footage? So we see this really grainy footage. And you're supposed to see, I hate this right here, it's pissing me off. You're supposed to see a fucking little fucking, what's supposed to be a plane go, zero, and hit the Pentagon, right? But if you slow it down just enough, you'll see, I guess that wasn't the video. You'll see it looks more like a missile than it does a jet. And I want to find that. Here it is. Here it is, ladies and gentlemen. Play it back. Look at that. I think it's right here. I think that's it. No. Maybe I'm getting too antsy. Should be coming at some point. Oh, here it is. Look, this right here. Does that look like a plane? It looks too small to me to be a plane. There's the explosion. We'll see. Right before impact. I think it's this right here. I'm trying to go frame by frame. I don't know if I can. See, you don't even see it completely skips a frame if y'all can see that. Like it does it not completely skip a frame. You see what looks like a missile that does not look like a plane to what looks like an explosion. Seems like that part of the camera footage was just it was edited, and it makes it a big old explosion. But would a plane really make that kind of an incendiary explosion? Would it really? I don't know. I mean, especially with the 9/11, those planes looked like they were just slicing right through, and then it just started just dissolving and fucking crashing, and you just go. So let's look at the towers fall now. It's sliced right through. No explosion. No no huge explosion. Just slices right on through. And then you see that demolition. And then you see the explosions go off now. Look at that. And look how delayed it was. Maybe I'm talking nonsense, but I mean, something's there. It to me, it looks like an explosion, like a controlled demolition. Just worse footage of what I was just watching.
You did? Was it a plane? That's what I was thinking. It was a terrorist attack.
Immediately, there's speculation or cause for concern. This is questions.
I just want to see the towers fall. Look at that. Does that not look like a controlled demolition? Those buildings fell way too cleanly. They just fell straight down. They didn't go to the side. They didn't fucking fall over. It was what, 3 buildings is what Eddie Bravo said?
It took nearly 4.5 years to build the World Trade Center South Tower. But at 9:59 a.m. on September 11th, 2001, it only took 12 seconds for the 110-story building to fall.
Now, let's look into the owner. The owner of the World Trade Center. This little Jew bag right here. Not an interested fuckstick. This guy right here. This little Jew bean. He bought it at like what? Like overpaid for it. And then he got like some sort of insurance on it. Silverstein. That is the most Jewish fucking name I've ever heard. Other than Feinstein, Feinbaum, and Satan. I digress. He had a 99-year lease on the Twin Towers and other buildings. What kind of insurance do you have on it? Guy is not available for this search. I wonder why. Huh. That's weird. 6 weeks before the attacks of 9/11, Larry Silverstein acquired a 99-year lease of the World Trade Center. He acquired it in 2001, just 6 weeks before the attacks. And we hear nothing about the dancing Israelis and all that fucking nonsense. And you can't find anywhere right now, I can't really find it, on the type of insurance that he got on the World Trade Center and the type of money that he got paid. I could be wrong. Maybe I fell for the propaganda. He received approximately $4.5 billion in insurance settlements. Insanity. The lives of the American people cost about, I guess, roughly $4.55 billion to some little Jew bag. Yeah. People wonder why we're all angry at Jews, because we keep seeing shit like this. It's fucking sickening. It's kind of funny, how ADHD I am. I can go from, thinking, hey, we're just gonna sit back and watch Eddie Bravo do and say some dumb and weird shit, and we're gonna say some funny shit after that. But no, I end up getting obsessed with 9/11 again and start asking questions. But I'm not gonna get too into it today. Probably gonna stop there. 9/11 is 9/11, and Bush did it. And so did the Jews. And so did like fucking 16 Saudis or whatever it was. Look at this fucking Jew bag. Look at him. Look at that. If I drew that, I would go to jail. If I drew this son of a bitch, they would lock me up forever. Look at this son of a bitch. Look at that. He looks like fucking Danny DeVito's Penguin in that cheesy Batman movie. Oh, what does it say? Just months before the 9/11 World Trade Center's lease was sold to Larry Silverstein, Silverstein took out an insurance plan that fortuitously covered terrorism. Oh, finally, I found it. After 9/11, Silverstein took the insurance company to court, claiming he should be paid double because there were 2 attacks. He won and he was awarded $4.5 billion. All this was for the government to have probable cause to invade Iraq or wherever the fuck for WMDs. Killed a bunch of troops. It was bullshit. And so this Jew can get paid out. 2 things. That's why 9/11 happened. So this fucking little Jew bag right here can get paid out. And then we can go, I don't even know what, does Iraq have oil? Is that what it was? Yeah. I mean, that's exactly what my dad spent fucking 6 years in Iraq with, because he was an oil man. So yes, that's exactly why. They wanted their fucking oil. And guess what? We got it. We got a hell of a lot of it too. Did you know that Iraq has a mob? It's pretty cool. One day I gotta get my dad on here. I want him to talk about that and his experiences with the Iraqi mob. Because he's told me some really cool stories, and like, I can regurgitate them here, but they just wouldn't be as good. And like, I'd leave a lot of things out, a lot of great details. But yeah, if you like this video, suck my Peter. Thank you all for watching. Bye bye.